but I'm going to go with the Rams. I'm out here in L.A., man. We always, try to protect each other, man. Rams, Lakers, we got like a bond, so I'm going to rock with them. Move on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus New Orleans Saints. Obviously Tampa had a tough game. What was that? This past Monday? I believe that was a doubleheader, the Monday game, Tampa versus, I feel like I can't remember. They went against somebody very good. But whatever. Anyways, Tampa's still 2-1. They've been playing good football. My man, Mike Evans, is a beast. 9 straight seasons with 1,000 yards. Pay that man. Pay that man. All right? Don't matter. He gonna get paid no matter what. But they look good. They look really good. Only really injuries that I see, Jamil Dean is out, cornerback position. But like, pretty much everybody else, is in the lineup for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You move on to the Saints. Not too many guys are out for them. I believe Derek Carr will play today. If not, it would be Jameis Winston. I did see Derek Carr go out a little bit, I think, but last week, I believe. Could be wrong, but I'm just speaking off the top of my head. And also, I'm on NFL.com, just looking at some of the injury reports. I've been doing my own homework just because I just love the game. I've been watching the game so much. But I'm going to go with, live from the Superdome. That should be a good game. Baker Mayfield been looking good. I know last week was rough on him. But for the majority so far, he's been looking good. It's kind of thrown me for a loop who Tampa just played last week. I want to look it up, but whatever. We'll get back to it. But I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers versus Saints, in the Superdome, just off a hunch. Let me see. I'm going to move on, man, to the okay. It's a good matchup right here. We got the Washington Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I know Eric Bieniemy has been talking a lot about, getting his offense moving, getting his offense in the proper positions to be successful. And they got a lot of players too. A lot of players offensively that can make things happen. But at the end of the day, it's hard for me to go against the Eagles. I just think what they bring offensively and defensively to the table. I think Jalen Hurts is motivated again after that Super Bowl loss. Those receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. I know Quez Watkins is out, but DeAndre Swift, and so on and so on. They just got so many playmakers offensively, and then defensively, they just all over the field. They probably up there with the Browns, the Cowboys. They're probably up there with the best defensive line in the league. They got so many guys that can rush the quarterback, can stop the run. They're ridiculous. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles in that matchup in their home building, Lincoln Financial Field. Move on to the Cincinnati Bengals game. Cincinnati versus Tennessee Titans. Cincinnati got their first win, this past Monday. Versus the Rams at home. I love those all-white uniforms. Crazy. Insane. I wish I could put one of those on. Super dope. Obviously the question mark has been with Cincinnati so far is the health of Joe Burrow. That calf hasn't allowed him to be Joe Cool. He's been playing a lot out of shotgun, having the ability to be under center and run a play-action game with Joe Mixon. They've kind of taken that out of the playbook because he can't get to the edge, right now with his calf. So, that's a big question mark. But at the end of the day, they got so many playmakers still. Obviously, all those playmakers that they got, the receiving core, just it's ridiculous. And Joe Mixon is definitely a beast as well. So, and then you go on to Tennessee. They always play solid. Mike Vrabel's, Akron's own. But super well coached. They got one of my favorite players in King Henry offensively on their team. Excuse me, sorry, I've been talking for a while. I got to take a little sip of this life water. They got some players offensively, defensively. With Tennessee, obviously their defensive line is very good as well, very good. But I see Cincinnati maybe able to turn the corner. This is a tough game. This is a tough game to pick. I'm gonna be honest. I want to pick Cincinnati, but at the same time, I don't want to pick nobody out of the AFC North unless it's the Browns, because I want the Browns to be able to continue to rise in the win and rise in the standings. But I wanted to start. I say Cincinnati, but you know what? I'm gonna go with Tennessee. I'm gonna go with Tennessee this week. I got Tennessee pulling that game out at Nissan Stadium down in Nashville. So gotta get to Nashville too. Never been to Nashville. All right, moving on to the 4:00 games. 4:00 Eastern, 1:00 Pacific Standard Time. We got the Las Vegas Raiders with going against the Los Angeles Chargers. A game that's here at SoFi Stadium, one of the best stadiums in the world. If you haven't been and you have the ability to go, I think you should check it out. I think if I'm not mistaken, going on top of my head, I think Jimmy Garoppolo is out today. Maybe I don't know if it's an injury or concussion protocol, but I believe he's out. So they will have the backup quarterback in. We shall see what happens with that. The Chargers are electrifying offensively, but they always find their way to just play all these close games, one possession games, and it either can go one way or the other. The first 2 weeks it didn't go their way. Last week it went their way. They was able to close out a game. Mike Williams, my fault. Get back healthy, bro. Hate to see you, get injured, but have a healthy, speedy recovery. But don't want to talk too much about that. I got the Chargers. Even in their record 2-2, beating the Raiders at SoFi today. Then we go on to the Patriots and the Cowboys. The Patriots is one thing about them. They're never going to beat themselves. You got to beat them. Bill Belichick is one, if not the best coach in football, and you got to beat his team. They're not going to beat themselves. You got to beat his team, and so it's up to Dallas. It's up to Dallas to go out and beat them, and we know that Dallas sometimes like the best team in football, and sometimes they could not look like the best team in football. So, it's up to the Cowboys to handle business at AT&T Stadium down in Arlington and pull that win out. I do see them winning this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if New England was able to sneak up and snatch them. But I got Dallas winning the game. Michael Parsons is a flat-out beast. Keep going, kid. It's like watching Lawrence Taylor all over it again. Taylor all over it again. You know, the way you play with that speed and that velocity and that strength and that passion. But I'm gonna go with Seattle. Geno Smith, loved the resurrection that their guys made. You know, obviously was counted out early. You know, and the last couple of years he's just shown why he was who he always believed he was coming out of West Virginia when he was a high pick to the Jets. And then that DK Metcalf, super duper beast. You know, they got, you know, so many players coming. What's my running back's name who I love? Is it Kenneth Walker, played at Michigan State. And what's my fast receiver's name, man? I love him too, who made that game-winning touchdown. Was that game-winning touchdown last week or the week before? I love him too. He's super duper dope too. See if I can find him. But he's super dope too. Yeah, Tyler Lockett. That's what I was talking. That's what I was thinking about. Tyler Lockett, beast, super fast, super strong. And I think he's been there. I wonder if he's been there his whole career. If I'm not mistaken, I've only feel like I've seen him in a Seahawks uniform. But super beast. So to round out my games of the week, like I said, I know I missed a Thursday night game. I did pick the Lions to win that game versus the Packers. I just feel like they're just the better team, you know, but wasn't able to put that on here. Y'all gonna think I was lying, whatever the case may be. It's cool. And I was up early watching that Jaguars Falcons game, but I just didn't do the IG live and pick the team, you know. So, but that was a good game. Jags was able to put that out. But yeah, man, these are my picks for week 4. I hope it's a great weekend or a great Sunday of football and Monday. I'm about to get ready to watch the games. I'm about to get to my couch, watch the games. I know y'all probably want me to talk a little basketball, but that ain't till tomorrow. Media day is tomorrow with the Lakers. Y'all can tune in there. But today is all about football. Today is all about football. I do got a lot to say tomorrow, but not too much at media day. But appreciate y'all tapping in with me. Yeah, I love football. I love the NFL. We had a great day yesterday with college football as well. But today is about the NFL. So about to get ready, get inspired some more watching these guys play the game, get on my Madden at some point today, and go from there. So appreciate y'all tuning in with me, all 21,500 people who was up. And until next time, love.